What if I told you there is a place where death is not the end, but simply another sunrise? A city people believed cannot be destroyed, not by time, not by fate, not even by the gods themselves. A place where the Ganga turns north as if walking back towards heaven, and where Shiva is said to whisper the final mantra of liberation to the dying. This is Kashi, not just a city but a threshold between worlds. What is Kashi really? We call it Varanasi or Banaras, but the ancients call it Kashi, the city of light, a place where the soul is said to shine brighter than the body. Devotees say the Kashi you walk through is not the real Kashi. The true city is a sacred mandala hanging above the earthly one, and the lanes, ghats and temples you see are only its reflection. A city you feel before you understand. The Aithihyam of creation. There is a story that when the universe first opened its eyes, Shiva placed a single flame of consciousness on earth. That flame became the Jyotirlinga of Vishwanath, and the city that grew around it became Kashi. Another story says that during the Great Dissolution, when everything burns, Kashi does not die. It rises and rests in the tip of Shiva's trident and returns with the next creation. A city beyond destruction. That alone makes you wonder. Annapoorna Devi, the goddess who fed Shiva. Once, Shiva renounced everything and wandered Kashi as a beggar. Seeing him hungry, Devi took the form of Annapoorna and offered him food with her own hands. It's a reminder that without Shakti, even Shiva cannot bless the world. This is why her temple stands beside Vishwanath. Kashi lives on the balance of the divine masculine and feminine. Kaal Bhairav, the guardian of Kashi. Every sacred place has a protector. Kashi has Kaal Bhairav, Shiva's fierce, watchful form. Locals believe no one enters Kashi without Bhairav's permission, and no one leaves without his blessing. Inside his temple lies the ancient staff, the Dant, symbol of the law of this mystical city. You may not see him, but in Kashi, people say he sees you. Let's talk about the sacred kunds of Kashi. Manikarnika Ghat, where Shiva's earring fell and Vishnu's sweat collected, the spiritual wellspring of Kashi. Lalita Kund, seat of Lalita Devi, guardian of purity and courage. Durga Kund, linked to the fierce goddess who protects the weak. Panchganga, where 5 sacred rivers spiritually converge. Gyan Vapi, well of knowledge, believed to hold the wisdom of Shiva himself. Some say he hid here during ancient invasions. These ponds are like breath points of the city, each holding a story, a memory, and vibration. Manikarnika Ghat, the fire that never sleeps. If there is one place that defines Kashi, it is Manikarnika Ghat, where funeral pyres have burned without interruption for centuries, where people come not in fear but in hope, because they believe cremation here grants moksha, freedom from rebirth. Standing here, you understand something deep. In Kashi, death isn't an event, it's a release, a merging back into life. The Taraka Mantra, Shiva's final whisper. Scriptures say Shiva whispers the Taraka Mantra into the ears of the dying in Kashi, a mantra no one has ever heard with the physical ear. Only the soul knows. It is said to guide the spirit across the last river, a promise only Kashi makes. The geometry of Kashi, 56 Vinayaks and 33 Shaktis. Walk through Kashi and you step through layers of sacred geometry. The 56 Vinayaks, Ganesha temples placed like protective notes. The 33 Shakti temples, guardians of every direction and corner. Devotees follow these circuits not just as rituals, but as journey that align them with city's hidden design. a living yantra spread across stone and streets. Panch-Kashi Yatra, a traditional pilgrimage that passes through Vishwanath, that is light, Annapoorna, nourishment, Kaal Bhairav, protection, Sankat Mochan, grace, Manikarnika, liberation. It's not just movement, it's transformation. The Ganga's northward bend. In Kashi, the Ganga performs a rare act. She flows north. Belief says this upward movement is a blessing, a pull towards higher consciousness. The river becomes not just water, but a witness. Are rituals final in Kashi? There's a belief many people ask about. If you perform ancestor rituals in Kashi, do you still need to do them every year? Some traditions say no, that rituals in Kashi, especially at Manikarnika or Panchganga, are final. They call it Akshaya Pindadhan, the offering that lasts forever. Others, especially in South India, continue their annual Shraddham out of love and family tradition. In Kashi, there is no one rule. Faith is personal. Intention is the real offering. Why Kashi never dies? Empires rose and fell. Kings built and destroyed. But Kashi remained because its foundation is not stone, it is devotion. People say you don't decide to come here. Kashi decides to call you. And once it does, the city stays with you forever. In a chant, in a memory, in the gentle flicker of light on the river. This is Kashi, a place where life, death, light, and liberation walk together. If this journey moved you, tell me which sacred mystery we should explore next. Kamakhya, Kedarnath, the 9 immortals? The world is full of stories waiting to be heard.